BTB Kicks here, and today it's Halloween. As you all can see, I have on my BTB Kicks Halloween merch right there on the, we got the Halloween ghost, and then as well on the back of the shirt we have BTB Kicks. But that's not why we're here today. We're here today to knock out this restoration. We have a pair of 2014s here, and we're gonna be doing Icing Deluxe on clear soles on this pair of shoes, which is basically a deep clean inside and out, top to bottom, and we're gonna ice the bottoms. So this soles used to be a super icy blue, but as you can see with yellowing, it's kind of turned them green, and you know when you mix yellow and blue, you get green. So we're gonna ice that to get it back looking close to as new as possible. And yeah, man, we're just gonna get these right. So I'm just gonna do the right one for reference, and the left one I'll do off camera. But yeah, we're gonna get in this restoration. Hope you all are ready, and let's do it. First things first, we're gonna look inside the shoe, and I see a lot of that lint inside of the sock liner, and we're gonna get rid of that. So what I have next to me is a lint shaver. You can get one of these on Amazon. I'll leave the link down below in the description of the specific one that I have and use. Turn that on, and it's great for getting rid of all that extra sock lint. It makes the shoe kind of look like nasty on the inside. But based on how we're looking so far, I think we got pretty much all of it out. So take a look at it now. It's maybe like a little bit left in there. I'll probably hit that up later, but it's pretty much gone for the most part. Now, next step is to put our shoe trees in. You can get these on Amazon as well. I'll leave the link into the description for those. Put them in there. Boom. Now we take the laces out. All right, now that we have the laces out, we're gonna get into the clean. So what I have down below is a set of brushes that I use, a soft, a medium, and a stiff. And we're gonna start with those, and then we're gonna get into more of my technical and specialty items and supplies that I use on shoes. So we're gonna start with the soft bristle brush. It's already cleaning solution in the water, but we're gonna get down to the nitty gritty, start cleaning these up. I typically like to hit the shoe with a soft bristle brush first with any restoration, just to create suds on the shoe to break down the dirt, to make it easier to clean when I move on to the more coarse brushes to get into it. Now to hit the tongue. All right, and then while that's still wet, I'm gonna move on to the medium bristle brush, dip that in there, give it a good scrub. Now that we've given the uppers a pretty good clean, I'm gonna wipe them down and see if there's any spots that I missed. I like to use microfiber cloth towels, soft on the shoes, and they do a good job of soaking up all that extra liquid and things of that nature. But we're gonna check behind these eyelets, and as you can see, there's dirt. And at BTB Kicks, we're all about the details, so most people probably wouldn't even think to clean behind those, but that's one of the dirty spots that people tend to forget about. So we're gonna go in and hit that with a melamine foam pad, which is great because it's like, it has the coarseness of a stiff bristle brush, but the softness of a soft. And it's very, very good with spots like this, especially on Jordan 4s too, with behind the wings. And it basically erases all of that dirt. All right, so now that we cleaned up the uppers, it's time to focus on the actual midsole of the shoe as well as the outsole. So before we hop to the outsole, I'm just gonna give the midsole a light clean with the stiff bristle brush now. All right, and now that we finished the midsole, wipe that down. See if we have to do any touch-ups. All right, now we can move on to the outsoles, but before we actually get into the clean, we have to go in and get some of these rocks out. So I'm using a cuticle pusher, which is typically used to clean nails to get all the rocks and debris out of the shoes before I even start cleaning them. That way we can do an even clean to every part of the shoe. There doesn't seem to be any other debris in the shoe, and just because I can't see it, I'm gonna use my handy dandy, trusty steam gun. And as you all can see, there's no more rocks and stuff like that. But now we're gonna get into actually cleaning the outsole. So we're gonna pick the stiff bristle brush back up and we're gonna go right back in. And most times, cleaning shoes by hand, I know like I used to get, like my hands would lock up and cramp because I'm just like cramped hands like this all the time. So I eventually switched out and started using I guess a power drill, to say the least. And I feel like it's a little more thorough than just using hand power, but I honestly do just a hand clean first, and I opt to use the drill. So right now I'm putting on the stiff bristle brush head. All of this stuff that I'm using right now is going to be in the description. I dip it into the solution. Now I reattack the bottoms. And then I use the steam gun to see the bottoms. And as you all can see, these cleaned up extremely well. Let me wipe this down. Goodness, these look freaking ridiculous. These look pretty good. Now we're gonna let these dry, put them in front of a fan, and once these are completely dry, I'm gonna move on to the icing station where I ice the shoes, and then we're gonna put them in the ice box. All right, so the shoes are completely dry and they're ready to be iced. So one thing that I do want to make known for you all is that there are some glue stains like underneath and around the eyelets, as you can see, and it comes up. So that typically won't come out, and that usually shows up on older sneakers like these. Shoe is clean, it's just unfortunately due to age. Yeah, but besides that, we're gonna get into icing these. So we're at my icing station in my shop, and basically what I'm gonna do now, take out a sheet of saran wrap. I already have my favorite icing solution, sold right by Angelus. I'll leave the link to that in the description down below. And I have it in a separate container, but I just dip my paintbrush in there, and I put a decent amount on the shoe itself. I try not to put like an absurd amount and cake it on because it doesn't really need all that. I like to do medium to light coats of it. That way it can work its magic over the 24-hour period that we're gonna leave these inside of the ice box. So I hit every part, and I know some people tape off the shoes. I only recommend taping off the shoe if it's like a infrared or kind of like a neon like color, because that the UV light can make it discolored. So now we put the shoe on the saran wrap in the middle, and this is how I tend to wrap mine, just it's neater. Take it, fold it over the top, fold each side, boom, hold that down, boom, hold that down. I have tape already ready, boom, on top. Now I pick up the back, fold it up, put them together, then I twist. And then once it's tight, have it up, tape that down, boom, pat it down, or really just rub it down to where it clings on. Now we're ready to put it into the ice box. Okay, so now that we're in my icebox room, I'm gonna put these shoes into the icebox chamber for 24 hours. This is one of my 1200 watt UV lights that I use. Just gonna leave it in here. I would recommend using 2000 if you wanted to do it faster and to have a more intense ice. But I put them in there, and I usually dry the shoes in there. And also in the icebox, the UV rays will not only help brighten up the shoes, it'll brighten up the actual white material as well. So don't be surprised if the shoes look even whiter once we take them out in 24 hours. And I'll see you all then. All right, y'all, so it is the next day, and it's time to check out the 11's to see how they iced up. So come on in. I won't lie, when I came in, I took a little bit of a peek, and let's just say they came out ultra icy. To be 10 years old and they look this icy, goodness gracious. So all we have to do now is wash the solution off of the bottoms, relace them, and then we'll be pretty much done with that restoration. All right, so the laces are now in the shoes, and this is pretty much a wrap on this restoration. And as you all can see, these came out extremely well. And I honestly think these could pass as DS. As you all can see, the white brightened up in the ice box. Bottoms are extremely icy. Overall, nice looking shoe. And now that the 2024 pair is gonna drop, you all know how to clean them. And if you have a 2014 pair, you all know how to clean those too. But I think I am gonna pick up a pair of these when they drop. But yeah, these came out amazing. So if you all have a pair of these in similar condition or even worse and don't feel like cleaning them yourself, you might as well shoot us a message on either Instagram or shoot us a message in the comments, and I'll get back to you and set something up. New customers always get 50% off at my shop. And without further ado, like, comment, and subscribe. Hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next one.